Hello, it's original MaRul, and welcome back for some more FTB Interactions Remastered. Last time I left off, I did say I was going to idle here a bit, and I have. I've also kind of rearranged my inventory for that reason. Main thing was, this still causes explosions even though I've got it protected. So I was still taking damage, so I was keeping bottles of enchanting every once in a while. But I was just, like, pulling out if everything's still running. Might have to go back to the main base, yeah. I was pulling out the rare treasures and opening them. And to make more space in my inventory, I put everything away. So let's go grab that, and then we'll go back to base. And see what's wrong, because I already see some stuff backed up. So basically all I was doing there was sitting, opening sacks, and I would just put pearls into the system and then pretty much trash everything else. And this... I did that for probably, 100 some, or sorry, 1,000 some. Let's see, put everything back where I had it. Stash these bottles of enchanting in here for now, because I need them later. Of course, it's a mess. So it looks like a lot of stuff's backed up. I thought I set these to... Yeah, you're not supposed to go in there, you're supposed to go in there. And then I need to put you up here, so you'll just trash. Probably should do the same for calcium. I got the speed boots on still, so it does make it a bit harder to fly around. Yeah. If I've got too much calcium, I don't want it put into the sort chest. Okay, I gotta be careful. I gotta figure out what to do with all the crystals. Yeah, stuff's all backed up. So, 1,000, at least 1,000 bags, only got 4 pearls so far. So I really want to build a system that automatically opens. Yeah, that's all backed up. But at least power's running. That's always been the thing. At least the power is still going. As long as power's still running, it means I'm happy. Let's get all the solve out of the way. I need to come up with something to do with all the feast crystal. They're annoying to break down because you get flux. I mean, Destrum would be nice to break down. Stone dust. Carbon. That's the Vs crystals. See, this is why I don't care for this. I'd rather have just a drive for every single one. I can still do that. Because I could store a lot more that way. I think those are the big four so far. Modus, Bestia, Destrum. And then I'll have to deal with the primals. Let's see, how many more drive bays can I put on this? Yeah, still a few. Hey, Wub. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, feel free to lurk. I'm always happy if people just lurk and watch. Let's see. Those should have spots now. Let's get some of this cleaned out. There you go. That takes care of the current clog. I did want to make a drive for all the primals. 2, 3, 4. Because those are actually used for crafting. Nope, that's Lux. Bordeaux. Yeah, I'm gonna have to track them down. Just grab whatever I've left in the crafting table here. I think the boots also give me a jump boost. Ordo, Perdito, and then I think it's Ignis. I think that's all of them. But this is why I do the more time-consuming partition setup. Because you can more tightly control what goes into where in your system. And if you have overfill, it doesn't fill up all your drives. There you go. But yeah, 4 more primordial pearls. Because I redid the math and I need 9 of these still. So. And this recipe is still a bit annoying. Basically, it's the celestial crystals. Because you still have to grow them in world, and they're hard to automate that way. Got a lot of Salus to work with. I need to make another, like, junk drive. Why is there a Grain of Infinity in here? That should have a drive. I didn't do them all. Oh well. I don't care if I have 100 junk drives. Let's see. I do want to make specifics for these ores. Why are you in here? Some stuff in here shouldn't be. But it's been a while since I've sorted stuff, so might as well keep on my drive updating. Back up this import bus. There we go. Now I can make another junk one. And that should clear it out. There we go. Empty buffer chest. That means everything else in the system is flowing in the way it's supposed to. You're not backed up with any liquids, are you? No. Let me check some of these real quick. You're good. You're good. Yeah, doesn't look like anything's backed up with liquid. That is always perfect. Means I don't have to do even more troubleshooting. Let's see. What do I need to make these? Just need some essential valves. And I believe those need... I don't think they can be regularly grid crafted, can they? No, they need magical power. I guess I should figure out more thalmic energistics. Because I think if I remember correctly, to do thalmic auto crafting, I need blank cores and assembly chambers. Didn't I make one of those? Yeah, I think I did. I just got to set up a new altar for it. Because I wanted to start working on the auto crafting runic or infusion altar. I know it's in here somewhere. Or maybe it's in the system. I think I'm good for Awakened Draconium. Started the Infinity Armor. Yeah. Neuroprocessing units. ZPM assemblers need UV tier circuits. And the low-end UV tier circuit is crystal processing mainframe, right? Yeah. Means I need, yeah, I still need to do this level circuit. Did I do these ones already? Yeah, I did do fiber circuit boards. So now it's crystal. Multi-layer fiber reinforced circuit board, platinum foil, sodium persulfate. Which is fiber reinforced palladium sulfuric acid. I should probably set up a new chemical reactor for this. And then I gotta make crystal CPUs. Raw crystal chip, emerald plate, helium gas. Chip parts. Well, you have to make one first before you get chip parts. And that's what I needed, part of what I needed liquid europrium for. I should try to make some of this. No, I shouldn't auto-craft it. I should make it by hand. Come on, I wasn't on the thing. Ugh. Follow this emerald. And the inscriber that does upgrading. Or compressing. I already have that one. Why aren't you... Oh, it's because... Okay, now I know which one I don't have. I don't have the one that lets me make... I thought I put that one back in. Is it still over here? Okay, I think it's got a weird crafting recipe loop. Because now it should let me. Why are you... It's because you've got the... What is it? It's the cutting saw one. Yeah, it's this one. And your problems with crafting loops because you can't realize that you can't look past one damn recipe. I forget what it's called. I know there's a name for it, where a system can't do recursive crafting if you give it a recipe that makes a loop. A lot of, actually, I think logistics pipes actually doesn't have that issue. Let's see what's crafting look like. Okay. Where's this engraver? There it is. It just takes a while. But I shouldn't have that issue once I'm actually making the chips. Because I can use the part recipe. Because this is 1-to-1. And that's 1-to-9. Oh, but that's a forge hammer. I don't think I have a forge hammer. Yeah, no, I don't have a advanced forge hammer. Oh yeah, that's a blast furnace recipe. Okay, HV. So a EV forge hammer should work just fine. Yeah, I don't have the thing for it. Actually. EV forge hammer. Have the system craft me up one. Of course they need an anvil. Yep, get a new shape plate. Get the iron, and I just go make it myself because I don't want to teach this. I don't want to set up a whole alloy smelter just for making anvils. So I'll just do it manually. Because I should only need one forge hammer. Alright, that's being made up. Those are done. I need some europium. Of course it's hot. It was the autoclave. Okay, good. The forge hammer's done. Autoclave. There it is. Ugh, 300 seconds. I should get at least one, and that's all I need. I just need one of these to turn into a chip. So let's see. EV, so IV would be 150 seconds. Yeah, I might need a lot better chem bath if they're all this slow. Yep, they're all 600 seconds at HV. Okay, so I'm going to have to put, when I do finally put the recipe in one of them, I'm going to need to use a lot better one. Do I have a, I don't think I have a better chem bath currently. Cutting machine, chemical reactor, mixer, polarizer, centrifuge. No, and these are all just IV, right? Or UV? No, IV. That's ZPM. That's LUV. Might actually be worth making a ZPM LUV or ZPM chem bath. What does that require? Fusion glass. Was I already making that? Maybe. Well, let's try it. See if I got the stuff to craft this up. PBI, fluid pipe, osmiridium rotor, naquita plate. Oh yeah, it's not going to show up in this one. It's going to show up in this one. Okay, yeah, it doesn't know osmiridium rotors. PBI pipe. I think it was Naquadria. Or not Naquita. Naquita plate. Yeah, I don't have regular Naquita plate, I have Naquita alloy plate. And that needs set to 1. Okay, metal bender and 2 extruders. Normal pipe. And then rotor. There we go. ZPM chem bath. Did the first one make a chip? Did I got lucky. Okay, raw crystal chip. I'll need that recipe once I get the chem bath going. Forge hammer. Because I'll need to do the other recipe. This one. Let's see, I'm going to have to come up with a way that doesn't make a crafting loop. I'll think on that, because I'm going to need to keep the system stocked with the raw chips. Yeah, because I don't think I can do this recipe without the system having issues. So I'm gonna have to do some sort of weird manual setup. I think I do the robot arm stocking. So interface. Hide. Stock with one chip. Then robot arm item filter. Supply exact right. No, it's keep exact. One crystal shard. Import. Filtered. Oh, that's the wrong thing, but I'll fix it. That's supposed to be... raw crystal chips. I should have put it over... I'm going to need to control signal. I need to build another control signal setup. Should I just move it over there? It would make things easier. Hopefully this works. Without issue. Greg Tech machine. Extract, always active. And then I can just slap a control signal on the front. You still remember everything, right? Yep. Oh, except I also need to change you to chips because I put the wrong thing in. There we go. And then power. Because I almost set up everything backwards. How's the autoclave coming along? Yep, it's still producing a lot of stuff. That's going to be a little bit. Probably start looking at working on another project while I'm waiting on that. Still got to make all this stuff if I want. Neutronium. Okay, need to make those. Let's see, what else don't I have checked off? Infinite AE energy. But that needs its own infinity block, which I'm hoping to get after the infinity chicken. But yeah, just keep pressing forward with the infinity chicken, I guess. Did I make the crystal clusters yet? No. Can I make 16 crystal clusters? Says I can. Okay, we gotta take a break here, and then we'll be back. Let's get back to it. I'm betting these boots are almost too fast. I'm betting this has still got a while. It's got to craft a lot of europium. Long osmiridium. Liquid neodymium. Oh, I think that's because that's the way I'm processing it. Samarium. Make sure the europium's working correctly. Should be, hopefully. This is still full of hydrogen? Yeah. Okay. It's ready, but it hasn't started crafting it yet. Why am I out of polymer? I'm out of clay. Is it just or autoclave? Yeah. Oof. Hiccups. Yeah, just need this recipe. Thought I had that recipe in there. There, now it should start back up. Because yeah, this is supposed to auto-craft 64. I mean, all that would have slowed down was essence production, or yeah, LP production. But yeah, there's still so much here. What's the tank look like? Yeah, there's not much in the tank though. I mean, 315 buckets isn't bad. I could craft a lot of cardboard boxes with that. I just would like it to be more. Alright, there's the crystal clusters I need for the chicken. So, getting close. Stem cells, chaos shard, draconium, crystal. Yeah, I think the only thing I've left is really just making the infinity blocks. PTFE, lubricant, primal mana. LUV assembler. Or LUV assembly line. I am going to have to make sure I pump all this into one of these assembly lines. Yeah, these are LUV, but I need to turn them up to... Ah. Yeah, I need at least one ZPM assembly line. Let's go make up a bunch of these. Before I forget. I was going to autocraft them, but it's just easier just to come over here and do it. There, that should be enough to work with. Four more constructs. What do I need for this still? The empowered diamantine. So those are empty currently. Of course, I don't have that set up. See, this has my crystal crystal stuff, right? The old system, yeah. A few more stacks of diamantine. How are you still running? Even though that shouldn't work, it... I guess there was still a tiny bit left. I don't know why it would look like... No, Oh, they're trying to run. They're out of power. Yeah, that's just a visual thing. That just threw me off. Okay, I need to teach the system how to crush exquisite diamond. Or... Actually, I should go check the old base. Yeah, because I still got a lot of exquisites, or flawless, or whatever these are here. Yeah, only need 6 stacks. Save that. And then I'll need mana pearls, but I can just get those. Gonna be so happy when I don't have to do diamond empowered stuff as much anymore. I'll put diamond in there, diamantine in here. Get a stack of mana pearls. Or no, I shouldn't turn it on just yet. What is it, 128? It thinks it has enough for that. Because if I turn this way down, this might work to autocraft. And if I don't have to be sitting here babysitting it, then I can just let it auto run, and hopefully it won't waste everything again. So what, I currently have this set to 20 seconds. I need to make sure I get all the mana pearls in it first before I leave. Yeah, because this should be ticks. Or no, that's 200 seconds. So that's what? 3 minutes? While I'm waiting, I'm going to do the math on that real quick. So let's see, if I've got... Yeah, it's just over 3 1/3 second. 4 times, what, 192, or no. 3 stacks is... Is it 192? 120, 180, 180. Remainder is, yeah, 12. So 192, yep. Yeah, it's only 11 hours. So if I fill this thing up, it should only run for 11 hours, or it should only take 11 hours. And as long as it doesn't run out of mana, it should keep going without issue. Okay, looks like the first 64 are done. Because it needs to be slow enough that it allows all these pools to refill without them running out. And there has to be so much time that even if it is running slow, it's probably way more than I need, but I'd rather have it actually working without intervention. Hopefully it's crafting the other mana pearls. Yeah, there goes the first one. It's fast, but the problem is the mana throughput of this buffer. And I don't want to have to make more infinite pools because that just makes what I'm currently working on slower. I can make as many infinite pools as I want after I get the infinity chicken. Okay, yeah, the other ones are running. Okay, this should last a good, hopefully, hour. Yeah, 3 stacks at 11. So if we round down to even 10 hours, that's what? 3 1/3 hours per stack. So yeah, I've got some time. I'll come back and put in the other pearls later. Also gives me a midpoint check. Let's see, what else? You're working again, right? Yep, you got polymer. Because I think there's still another chamber I need to set up at some point. I just haven't run out of the resource yet. Alright, advanced alchemical constructs are done. How many infinity catalysts can I make right now? Hardened glass. Hardened Enderium glass. Flux blocks. Silicon. I need 16 of those for this. Diamantine. Oh, do I? I don't think I have enough of that, do I? Because it's 4 per, and that's only enough for 2. Yeah, I only have... Okay, I can only make 2. Do I want to start setting up builders? No, they're gonna run... I'm gonna be done with this soon. Just setting it up by hand. What was it? It was, I think... Yeah, it was... It's flux blocks. Up and down. And this is the part that sucks because I wasn't able to automate neutronium in this pack without issues. So, sadly, I have to cheat in the neutronium. Nothing I can really do about that. Diamantine, and then the ingot. Flux, construct flux. Neutronium. Okay, never mind. Where did it go? Shouldn't have interrupted crafting. Where's my ring? Oh yeah, I also collected a bunch of these rings. For crafting discount. There it is. Okay, good. I didn't lose it. I mean, the good thing is, it's not something I can't craft. Neutronium is just, besides for a bit of toluene, there's almost no difference between cheating the neutronium and gathering the neutronium. It's not like I'm saying I can't produce it. It just sucks because the way I'm supposed to get it bricks the server. Alright, now I can make some more infinity ingots. Most of the pearls are done. Eight more infinity ingots. Yeah, so for every block I need 2 and what, like 1/5 crafts. And I need 4 blocks. So that's at least 8 plus another craft. I tell you, there's still a lot of diamantine to make. Could maybe turn it down, but this isn't fine speed. Alright, so that's gonna run. But just like that, I've already used up half of the mana pearls I got off stream. And I idled for like 2 days. So that was a lot. So I would like to make a bag opener. Maybe I put it in here? I needed someplace that I'm not going to interact with a lot. Actually, I don't go in a lot of these. Is there just a bit of space? That one I go into. Chickens. Oh, I don't go into this one at all. This is dyes. Yeah, that's old HV. I don't think I'm gonna ever set that up again. Why doesn't this have sulfuric acid? Am I not producing sulfuric acid? Or stocking it? Oh, I'm stocking it. Can it not craft enough? Yeah, it's currently crafting all the europium. No, I got sulfuric acid. Why isn't it? No, that's not the right one. This one. Why is it not translating into the cube? I mean, I don't use dye that often, but I would like the dye to work correctly. I'm guessing because these are backwards. Yeah. Yeah, it was this problem. Okay. I don't want to, but I might have to put a ring in here. Otherwise, this needs at least 4 sides. Can I make another 8 of these? And I need 2 chambers. And then I gotta make paired singularities. It looks like everything's freaking out again. I forgot to do the server restart. See if it holds out till the next break without being too annoying. Let's see. Should have all that. It's just getting the infinity blocks. Oh. Alright, bag opener should be... Do I still have any? Probably not. I told the system how to build... what are they called? The player stand-ins. What were they? Mechanical user? Yeah. I need at least one of these. I'm just gonna make it dumb as possible. Trash can. Vacuum chest. No, I wanted that one down one more. Okay, so vacuum chest at the bottom. Don't really care because this shouldn't be able to pick up anything else. I should have saved a primordial pearl. Damn it. See, I still haven't got that draconium chest right. Oh, pfft. Teleported myself to Darkstar. Yeah, you're still empty. Actually, I won't need to run the ME controller in here if I've got a quantum ring. Extract always active, full speed. Yeah. Set that to insert. I gotta figure out which setting on this actually does what I want it to do. I bet that you could have used a dropper, but this just means I can test everything. There we go. Alright. This is why it was a good thing I still had some rare bags in the system. Because now I can test them. Okay, that's all it is. It's just general click. That's easy. Why aren't you picking up? Just server lag? Yeah, it's just server lag. It doesn't help that I'm dropping items on the ground. Okay, it looks like it all got picked up. Yeah. Let's see. So this is where I'm gonna have to start figuring out what I want to keep. I was debating just throwing this all in. So gold nuggets, I want to actually just. I'm just going to throw a. Is it in here? I'm just going to use a barrel. Yeah, I got barrels in here. Insert higher priority. Because I was debating just melting most of this down. Because it has sencha that I need. But that does mean transporting it over to the other place. And having it running even offline. I know I've been dragging my feet on producing Thaumcraft flux while I'm offline. I was going to just trash all this, but I would like to melt it down. Means I have to also set up aluminum production. Oh, that's the other question. Is this going to be able to produce... I mean, I don't have to run this off aluminum. It just works better with aluminum. I think this one's still running, right? If I look... There shouldn't be any flux here. Yeah, no flux. Will's currently empty. What did I need for aluminum again? Coal coke, ignis, potentia, perdido, terra. Potentia. Because I could just slap coal coke in here. I don't have to. I don't really need to. Ugh, I don't have to upgrade it. But if I was producing aluminum, I could make quadratic fuel. Or I could start working towards creating quadratic fuel. I still got to have a good source of liquid enriched naquita. I could set it. Kind of wish the packager mod had some sort of wow, I'm just losing it. Because the packager mod does not allow you to automate the crucible, or not the crucible, the thaumatorium. So this I would need. Potentia, Ignis, Perdido. Yeah, and then I need to get this thing a crystal matrix, mnemonic matrix. Because all this is arcane and infusion. It doesn't have thaumaturgy, or is it thaumaturgy or alchemy? I always forget that. I think it's alchemy is what it's counted as. I think I think crucible crafting is alchemy. Because that's the thing about Thaumcraft, it has actually multiple, it has a few crafting systems like all the other magic mods. Mnemonic Matrix, Cogmine, Amber, Iron. I think I've got a Cogmine hidden somewhere. If not over there. No. Not that bag. This one. I need to go look in the spectral. There we go. Is there a Cogmind in here? Yep. Or no, that's a... Okay, what do I need to upgrade to a Cogmind? Oh no, it is a Clockwork Mind. That is what I need. Let's see, I'm missing Terra and Ordo. Ordo. Terra. There, now this thaumatorium can hold 3 recipes. Let's see. We're almost to the next break, then I can deal with the lag. Okay, I need to teach the system how to make this stuff. If I remember correctly, I had to do it all by hand. Yep, 1 to 9. Yeah, I don't have any filters because the idea is it forces the ingredients into here, this puts it up there, and then this shoots it back into the interface. Yeah, now it flops between the two until it gets the prerequisite. Wow, my throat's kind of going out. Or it's just dry because it's been so dry around here because of the heat wave I currently have to deal with. Or the heat waves I've currently had to deal with, I should say. Yeah, there's no flux here. Okay, so now the system should be able to make some alumentum. I don't have this hooked up right now, do I? That's fine. Do I still have the ports for this thing? Because what was it, a secondary slurry port? I think is what it was called. Yeah, we need to go to break and then we'll come back and deal with that. Because I needed to be able to process Essentia faster. Let's look from this direction. Okay, we'll take a break and then we'll be back.